Streaming live. I'm just waiting it to load on the other picture.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I am just waiting for my browser to pull up right now, but thank you for being here. Let me mute immediately and go down to my chat and get set and get ready to go. All right, so first, I just wanted to have a little bit of housekeeping. I updated all of my availability for the next 4 weeks. So if you're trying to book a private reading with me or a live session, right now, I'm just really being guided that my priority right now is live sessions. They're very, very saturated with intense messages for your growth, and that's really what I need to be focusing on right now. So that's going to be the densest part of my schedule at this point. So grab some availability, grab the date and time that you want. If you can't find something that fits and suits your schedule, just email me and let me know, and I'll try to fit something in somewhere depending on what your time zone is. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Look at all these bright, shiny faces. They're all like, hi, exclamation point. Hi, Love Elaine. Hi, Ashley. Oh, Ashley, I haven't seen you in a while. And Epiphany, hi there. I see you too. So my website is in the box below, but it is also, I need to add some information to it, but it's hawkintuition.com. I wanted to add Lloyd's information too, which is, what's your website?
Lightsideenergyhealing.com.
Lightsideenergyhealing.com.
Hi, everyone.
So if you guys want to book a session with him, a healing session, go over there and check out all the different services that he offers, because there's so many different things to choose from. And if you're not sure which one is appropriate for you or which one you're needing at this moment, you just know that you've been drawn to it and called to his healing, email him and he'll tap in with his guides and figure out which one is appropriate for you. What's your email?
It's Lloyd, lightsideenergyhealing.com.
You sure about that?
Not really. But it's on, yeah, if you go on my website, it's all linked in there.
Okay, go to the contact on his website. Thank you. I think it's at Gmail. Didn't you change it to the Gmail one? It's
possibly. I've had so many at one point, I had to scrap a load, so I'm a bit lost with it all. But
just go to his website. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, I'm just going to do a short general reading for the collective, for divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and where we are right now. I know that I'm going to go over the information too about this solar plexus purge that has been going on, that I posted a short video about yesterday. And so I'm going to check in with both polarities of the energies to find out where they are after that, in the middle of it, before it, and figure out, what's happening with that. And then just after that, we're going to do some mini reads. So if you would like for me to pick a couple of cards for you, I have a new deck. It's not new. I'm sure you guys know it, but it's the Witch's Tarot, and I've wanted it for so long. And I just opened it tonight, and I was pulling a couple of cards ahead of time, and it's just like, I already love it. I'm already connected to it. I've already welcomed it into my family, and I can't wait to share the energy of this deck, plus my energy, plus his energy, together into messages for you guys. So I also have another deck, the Gaia Oracle deck that I got. It's new to me. So I can probably pull a couple of the tarot and one of these at the same time, whatever I'm guided to do. But if you want me to pull a couple of cards for you, we're going to do donations tonight. The super chat is enabled. So go and click on the little money sign, and we're going to do a donation of 10, a fucking 10, for the mini reads. If we get a bunch of them, when we get to maybe 10 of them, I'm going to just kind of pause it there for a little bit and make sure that I can catch up to it. And then if we have time for more, we'll do some more after that. So after that, if we have some time, we're going to do, actually, so I've challenged Lloyd to pull some cards too at the same time. I gifted him a deck that I have a sister deck for, actually, and they speak really well together, and he's been working on it, and I've been teaching him, and he's just really drawn to the energy in the cards and the messages that are flowing through. He's really connecting with the deck, and I have encouraged him that if he feels like pulling some cards with whatever messages are coming out that for him to do that. So send him some divine feminine support.
Be gentle with me. Yeah, I'm new to it, but I'm picking
Way
it up
better than
quickly
you
with
think.
Karen's help.
Yeah, you're way better than you think you are.
Thank
It's
you.
all intuitive. So he's just going to tap into your energy and the energy connected to the cards and see where we go from there too. No pressure.
I never feel pressure.
So if after that, we'll probably just chat a little bit. If we have some time after that, maybe we'll take some questions from you. If we end up taking questions and you want to post yours, have yours tagged first. If you have an important question that you would like for us to get to, again, it's use the super chat and put in a donation for that. I think we'll just do any amount to just post, to tag your question up there so that we can see it, it's noticed, and we will get to it first. We'll put you up in the front of the line. So before we started, I sat here for probably 15 minutes and was sending Reiki to this space. A lot of you, me especially, Lloyd, we've been going through a lot of this immense purging the last couple of days. And so to support the healing in this space and after this space, whatever time space you're watching this, you need the healing that's the supportive Reiki healing that's coming your way. So I sat here for, oh my gosh, at least 15 minutes. And it was just all kinds of colors coming out. Recently, the Reiki that I'm doing, I can see it now and I can see the color of it. And it's usually like a rainbow. It's almost rainbow Reiki that I'm sending now. And the rainbow itself was saturated with more yellow than anything else. The yellow was a lot more potent and saturated, so that to fill this space right now and to try to ease whatever pain you could be having, physical symptoms right now from this purging, to try to ease it for you. So open yourself up to it. It's here. I'm sure he's sending.
I'm always sending.
He's always sending it. I was gonna say, are you sending it right now? Okay. I would like to just say hello to everyone and catch up on these real quick. Oh, hello, Beverly. Thank you for your donation.
Hi, Bev.
She sent $14.99 because she couldn't figure out how to get to 1010. So thank you for the tip. Thank you, Beverly. All right. I'm going to get into the general read real quick first, and then I'm going to go over to the mini reads, but you'll be first on that one, and it's posted up at the top. So I'll know my order. Is there anyone in here that I don't see? W. Luna Bow, God love her. She's usually here. Is there anybody that can be a moderator for us for this? Let me know if you're up for it. It's really just kind of updating people for when they come in, what we're doing right now and how they can get a mini read if they want to, and just kind of, it's like welcoming people into the space and helping us with any kind of questions that are coming up too. So as the chat flows, it gets kind of crazy. If you're up for it, let me know and I will set you up with that. Somebody, anybody, thank you ahead of time. Can you just watch that and let me know if anybody?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye.
Someone raised their hand. Okay, so in my meditation ahead of time, I was getting information about the solar plexus thing that is going on, this purge, and first of all, it's so painful. Thank you, Elizabeth. I love you. Adding you now. Thank you. First of all, they said allow it, but don't get stuck in it. You have to allow it. It's bringing up things from childhood traumas that you have done healing work on. There are layers that have been peeled away, and then it's been coming up again in full force and making you revisit this. And it's like, I've done this work, but it's intense. And it's like, it must be something huge because it's coming up in a really immense way. And there's not that much need for digging and answers and why and where is this coming from, and okay, do I need to examine my childhood wounds again? And do I need to, it's just allowing the energy and the feelings to work through you so that it can be purged. Just sit in it and allow it, but don't get stuck in the overthinking of it. We're releasing a major layer of resistance and fear surrounding intimacy and worth. We are on our way to understanding on a cellular level unconditional love and allowing ourselves to receive it and believing that we're worthy of it. The releases that are happening right now are opening up space. I can almost see it's just like peeling away the layers of it's like a flower, getting to the center of it. That's just this beautiful golden space of self-love and worth. And I am fucking worthy of that. And I believe that about myself. And I accept that from you, and I'm willing to receive. That's the space that's being cleared right now. That's why it's so immense. That's why it's intense. It's like really busting through that final barrier of, yes, I've done all the work. I know these things about myself. I know these things. I said this yesterday. I know this shit. I know this about myself. Yes, thank you very much for all of the compliments, Lloyd. I just don't know how to feel it here. I can't integrate it. I can't anchor it for some reason. It's frustrating me. It's believing it. It's believing it. And Kuan Yin is coming in with the energy of karuna and compassion, to have compassion for yourself, in order to be able to translate that through your light body to other people. Part of that is the feelings and energies of these childhood traumas that are coming up. They're coming up because the remembrance of that and the physical remembrance of whatever kind of trauma you've been through has taught you that it's okay to set boundaries, that you're able to step into your power and set boundaries in order to have compassion for other people. It's still showing compassion to other people, because setting those boundaries is having compassion for yourself and knowing that these boundaries are necessary for my health, for my understanding of who I am as a person, and being able to allow in and maintain the energy of self-love in order to be able to exude that to other people. It's important. It's really important to understand those boundaries. And so, the things that trigger us the most, and are even the ones that are underlying from our childhood or whenever, those are the hardest ones to get a hold of and wrap our head around, and really know that we are not wrong. The situation was wrong. The karma was wrong. It's not ours anymore. And we're not identifying with it in that way anymore and making it be our identity. It's just not going to happen anymore. I'm putting a boundary around that and saying, I love myself enough to allow me to see my own worth. That's where all of this is coming from. The space that it's making is for light codes that are coming in too. The activations and upgrades that are helping us to be able to exude the essence of compassion for ourselves and pure love for ourselves, and understanding our worth to other people. It's being dispersed into our throat chakra and our root chakras, so that when we are activated to that and upgraded to that system now, we're going to speak it. We're going to understand it. It's going to come from here. It's going to come from here. And then it's going to come out here. And not only is everybody else going to believe that you believe it, but you're going to believe it. You're going to stand in the mirror and just say, I'm fucking epic. I believe it. So, and the root chakra. Throat is speaking the truth of who you are, what you're worthy of, and allowing direct connection with God into the heart space. That's what was the biggest message of all. And that connection with God and the identifying with the fact that you are also God, that you are a piece of that, and he is you and you are him, and allowing that kind of channeled energy, it is also allowing you to really accept in divine masculine energy into your heart space. It feels like the only way. That's why this purge has been so intense. It's either been intense for the last couple of days, or it was just for one day, or it was a week ago, or it's going to be in a week. whenever you're watching this, if you feel that coming on and it's huge and it's tense and you're crying the ugly cry and screaming at the people that you love, trying to understand why all of this is coming up again, this is the arena that we're talking about. So the root chakra upgrade is for anchoring that truth as the whole new foundation for your structure, your light body, to start over again, to start from into this new earth. So we have a couple of affirmations coming from that are going to help to activate it in your throat chakra, so it's bringing it from here. We're gonna vomit our affirmations right now. So I am beautiful. I'm powerful. I'm worthy. I'm held. There's a lot. I'm one with God. And I love all of these things about myself.
Beautiful.
Feel it like fluttering here. It's like those butterflies. People are like, ooh.
I like that.
That feels good. Mary Grace says, I would love to hear from the DM at some point.
Sorry,
I'm just getting through the channelings first.
I'm Karen's biggest fan, so I just get caught in when she's in flow. I just sit there with starry eyes, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple cards on the divine feminine, divine masculine energies, headspace, heart space, just kind of about the connection between the two of you. It when you get into a space of really trying to understand your worth and the power of that, and then stepping into your power, you are pulling off the energy of your counterpart, and they're supporting you and you're supporting them, and it really is a flow of love back and forth that is going to help you to bust through it. So I'm going to pull some cards on that. That was that. Is there anything in the chat? Have you been watching the chat?
No, I was looking at you, unfortunately. Yeah, just from the masculine perspective, for me, my sort of what I've been going through is a massive heart expansion. Like I say, I'm feeling feelings I've never felt before, a depth I've never felt before, and it's, as a masculine, it's quite overwhelming for me, and yeah, it's quite. I'm not used to this level of emotion and depth to my emotions, but it's also bringing back past traumas to look at from this new depth of emotion for me. So there's a bit of integration going on that way. So I imagine a lot of the masculines will be going through similar.
Thank you. All right. Salma said, just when I feel confident and self-loving, self-worth issues resurface again, just like what I've been saying. And it's happening to everyone. It's peeling away those layers. Now, the good thing about it happening to everyone is the unity consciousness. As I'm healing, that healing is being reflected out to you and flowing to you. As you heal it, as you absorb that and you heal it, it's flowing to the next person that you are united with the divine feminine collective and the divine masculine collective. Obviously, that's the beauty of this collective consciousness. It's amazing. And so lean into it, lean into the support that is here for you, and just know that I'm doing the work. I'm getting healing from other people that have already done the work. I'm doing the work in order to have that flow to you, and you are for the next person. And we're going to heal these things so much more boldly and faster as we do it together within that awareness. So as long as you know that and you set the intention of that kind of union between people in the collective, we're going to bust through it quick.
Yeah, and with self-worth, I think is a very important one to almost add to your own, just one statement, one I am affirmation a day for your daily sort of spiritual hygiene. Maybe just when you first wake up, have a list, and have one for all of your chakra system, just a quick affirmation for each one, before you do whatever energy work you do. And that will just maintain it, because it does drop, because we tap into past timelines and things like that, past memories, and give our energy away that way. So it just keeps you bolstered.
So they're donating $14.99 instead of $10.10 and putting $10.10. Thank you guys. I love it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Oh, it's been intense and overwhelming. Oh, there's so much support in here right now for you. Anyone who is in this space, set the intention to shine light into this space, and whatever light you see from me and whatever light you see from him is being reflected back to you. It is your light. So if you feel like you're seeing a healing or healed light, it's being reflected back to you. So it's either in there and coming out, or you're already there and you just need the affirmation of that, and knowing that. Say those affirmations again. All right. Will you just read through those two, make sure there's no questions? I'm going to pull some energies for the Divine Feminine headspace. Where is the Divine Feminine in her headspace right now? Thank you. Two of them immediately. Calm down, ladies. Oh God, it's exactly, I fucking love you. It's exactly what I was just talking about. The door to value, the way to really embrace the essence of your worth and who you are as a divine being, lies in this community of Divine Feminine collective who is supporting the crap out of each other, because they need it, you need it. We're compassionate and passionate for each other and for helping each other, and knowing that this ascension is just getting so much bigger and bolder by the day. I can't wait to feel the joy of every single step, and coming into a place where I have compassion and love for myself is the most joy that I have felt in such a long time. It's like my heart is breaking wide open all over the world tonight. What movie is that? Top Gun. Top Gun. Hearts are breaking all over the world tonight.
Yes.
Because unless you're a fool, that boy is off the market. He's off the market. I can't remember the last of it. Anyway, headspace. This is the headspace for the Divine Feminines right now. It's really integrating the knowledge of that the intention and the knowing of the support within the community is really leading to what is most valuable to you, unconditional love for yourself, and unconditional love that flows out to your divine masculine. In their headspace, that's the energy that you're drawing off of in order to put that energy into your union, also into the connection between you and your divine masculine. So that energy is really the power of that, and seeing the effect of that, seeing the effect that it has on us as we go through it too. This is what is flowing back into your divine masculine's energy. That's headspace. That's a really beautiful headspace for having gone through what we just went through. It's like finding the value in the pain, understanding that there's value and lessons in the pain and in the doubt and in the sorrow and in the questioning, in the ugly cry. All right. Where's divine masculine in his headspace? Divine masculine in his headspace right now. Thank you. It's funny, he's like embracing this journey, and it stands out to me too that it's a girl. It's like he's embracing divine feminine energy as a beautiful part of this journey. That's the energy that I'm talking about flowing from you. She's like dancing around, she's like spinning around like, oh, look at this lovely fairy energy. I'm just gonna trail, I'm gonna dance along. It's really high vibe. It's really like emotions used to scare me, and now I feel all floaty. Feel really floaty right now. That's divine masculine headspace energy. Feel free to get your cards out too, sir.
Okay.
Divine feminine heart space. Divine feminine heart space. Whoa, she's all over the place. Oh my God. So the energy of this purge feels really just so cleansing. And as hard as it is, I feel like you guys are embracing it. Or if you're not, the message here is to embrace it. Heart space is, I mean, this is Jesus energy. This is divine masculine energy, sacred masculine, pure energy that it's almost like she can feel this kind of union, happiness, energy from the divine masculine inner heart space. It's allowing that connection, that divine masculine channel into her heart space. It's with rainbow energy, with like, this is like that rainbow Reiki energy that I was talking about, that healing kind of union energy in her heart space. This is opening her heart space up to really allow in the purest form of sacred masculine energy, more than she's ever known. That's a big deal. And so this is the number 4 card. This was headspace. This also is the number 4 card. So the door to value is centered in happiness within your heart, and coming to a place of union in your heart space by allowing divine masculine energy. And that's where you are currently. That's really, really, the energy in this is just like, oh God, I want to rub it all over my heart. God, love you guys. All right, divine masculine heart space.
Yeah, sorry about the fire alarm. That's mine.
I know, it's so annoying, right? He can't do anything about it. You get used to it. I get another one for the heart space, please. Divine masculine heart space. He's all flustered. Cards are all just kind of like, well, I have so many things to say, but I don't really know how to put it. Thank you. Thinking woman. It's like in his heart space, he can feel how much in her head divine feminine energy can be. So for him, he understands being in his head, but it's like this is his door to value also. He's figuring out that he holds the key to his value is accepting in feminine energy into his heart space, which is understanding his own value and saying those things about himself, and spouting those affirmations about himself. And it's not as open and flowing as this is within the feminine's heart space. This thinking woman is kind of like, okay, I can see it, I understand it, I understand how to do that. Now I'm just figuring out a way to be able to integrate it. And like Lloyd said, it's
the feeling that we're integrating how to feel it at the depths at that we're receiving it.
Yeah, and there's this expansion going on that it's allowing him to be able to do that, but you can only expand it so much at a time and allow a little bit in at a time and be able to integrate that so that it's not overwhelming and causes them to run from it and avoid it and kind of shut down from it. So it's really allowing it, understanding it, kind of thinking about it and mulling it over and trying to figure out a way to anchor it. Now, the next card that came out is figuring out the way to anchor it. He's been thinking about, this is very green too, so it's very earthy and grounded, and trying to figure out a way to ground it, ground the value of who he is and how he feels about his divine feminine, the depth of how he feels about his divine feminine into his heart space. And the way to do that, he's feeling the way to do that is by embodying and embracing divine feminine energy for himself. This is the essence of divine feminine energy. She is the goddess of the moon. She is the moon energy. And so these three together, it's like he is putting the puzzle pieces together. He's thinking and trying to integrate and ground in his value, the value of the connection of the two of them together, by allowing in divine feminine energy into a space so that he can really, really, really feel the depth of emotions. That's the biggest hurdle that the divine masculines have going on right now, right?
Yeah, very much so. Like I say, it is overwhelming. It's a level of emotion I've never felt before, and it's hit me in waves. 0033 right now. That's Jesus helping me out. But it's, yeah, it literally, I'm like on an emotional roller coaster at the moment. I'm literally tapping into the emotions of every single song I hear. So if it's a downbeat song, I'm literally feeling like I want to cry, and then it'll be an upbeat song, and then I'm dancing, and this is within 5 minutes of each other. It's literally sort of throwing me about at the moment. So I'm just trying to ground it in and get some stability.
Yeah. So what happens when you get to that point and it's overwhelming for you?
Mm-hmm.
What happens to you when you get to that point and it's overwhelming for you and it feels like too much?
I withdraw and pull it all back in and cut it off, like I was trained to in my 3D perspective. Because I can't. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I and that's it. Is seeing how far it's learning to lean into it.
Yeah, little bits at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Little bits at a time. But it's happening. It is happening. It's happening that it is being expanded little bits at a time. The divine feminine, you focus on you and allowing in the divine masculine energy into your own heart, and really accepting in the it's going to help, like I was saying with Kuan Yin, the compassion for yourself, setting boundaries about what you're willing to accept. And that has to do with, I am not willing to accept bad treatment, but are you also willing to accept pure love there? Also, this ideal of what you want, are you willing to accept in pure divine masculine energy and nothing less? That's kind of where she is in her heart space right now, is feeling what the essence of that is. It feels really good. It's scary, but it feels really good, this energy.
On the feminine side as well, I think it's almost that level. As you pull it in, you're feeling it. You're not just getting love from your divine masculine, it's from the other divine feminines, your friends. You're feeling the level of love they can give you as well. So it's expanding love all around you, your soul family, and that sort of thing that you're bringing in on your journey.
Yeah. And I wanted to point out too that if you are feeling a resonance with Lloyd's energy, and you resonate with me, you are probably on the same timeline as us, and maybe we're here on our timeline and you're here on your timeline. So if you're resonating with his energy, it's also that you're resonating and you're feeling the energy of your divine masculine through his. It's that channel that you're feeling right now. So looking at the purity of that and allowing yourself to feel the love coming from that energy, that's your divine masculine energy too. That's really pretty. Okay, so message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Oh, there it is. you guys for all your donations. I'm getting ready to go back and go through though. Gemini Moon said, yes, I see Helen Hunt too. I don't know who said it before that, but I used to get that all the time. She actually has the same birthday as me. All right, message from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. Thank you. All right. So leading up to this, where he's been, where he is right now, this not knowing which way to go, not knowing quite sure how to integrate this energy, it's not about you. It's about the fact that this heart expansion is not easy when there is this enormous chasm right down the middle of it, from that, the energy of heartbreak in his, like the depth of that is not something that we can just sew up real quick and move forward on. You don't want that anyway, because it's not, if he's not ready, it's just going to bust the seams like that, and it's not going to be healthy, it's not going to be pretty. But it feels like he's reassuring you that it's not about you. It's not about you or your worth or what you are or are not doing, or you haven't that it's about you personally. It's not. It's about healing. It really is about healing and being in that space of knowing what is best for everyone involved. That holding back until it feels ready is best for everyone involved. That's healing. It's almost like this chasm right here with that awareness is healed up to about this point. But you can see that the red here, the indecision of, should I rush it? And like, I really want to be in contact with her, and I really want to be with her, and I want to just like make all these moves and take action on our connection. But if I do that, am I quite ready for it? Is it going to cause her pain? It's not about you. It's about him really doing the work. And he's wanting to reassure you of that. This card was in with it too. If he leans in and chooses one of the paths, there's a chance that it could bring in, there's a lot of fear surrounding it, because if he's not ready to accept in the purity of this love, it's going to cause another storm within him that's going to make him back off, and it's going to make him retreat and be overwhelmed. And he's really standing in the middle. It's like he's standing right in the middle of it and just being still and sitting in the middle of the emotions. What are these things telling me? And because he hasn't gone to this path or this path, if he just kind of backs off a little bit and takes his time and takes a breath and then steps back in again, nobody is being affected by it, because he's not, he's not, it's not wishy-washy. It's just healing. That's part of the healing, is that give and take. And then this, after all of this is done with, after he heals this, he's able to make a decision. Maybe maybe one of these paths are not his choice. Maybe the path straight through that tree is the path that's going to open up for him. Maybe that's like a portal right there, and that he's looking at that tree like, wasn't there a tree there a minute ago? Once he steps into that part of healing where it's finally sealed up, maybe a portal opens up, and it is the portal to this immense divine love that he just prepared himself for. And it's a good thing that he did. It's a good thing that he healed this all the way, because after the storm, number 10, standing in the middle of the storm and looking at it and saying, all right, why do I feel this way inside when all of this stuff comes up? Why is something coming from the past again and reminding me about all the heartbreak from my life? Because just past that, once the storm passes and all of those dark clouds get right here, the sun breaks through the clouds, and it's time. It's time for reaping the harvest. Your divine masculine is really aware of this journey and his healing, and what it's going to take, because he understands your worth too. He knows that you are worthy of it, and you You need to know that you are worthy of it. That's the healing that you're doing on your side. And in your heart space, allowing in the energy of that healing and feeling this after the storm that he's examining, that's the way to allow this in. It's like standing back and saying, yep, I am worthy of that. Bring it. Bring it. Love it. It's really lovely message.
Yeah, very much. I think when the masculines at the moment, they're standing on their own, healing themselves, almost quietly, sitting in it, and they're getting their life together the best they can at the moment, shaping things. But deep down, they know where that pull is. They know it's their journey to love, and it's starting to pull them forward. Should we say it's drawing them in, even though it scares the shit out of them at the same time.
Apparently, you look sexy drinking water.
Oh.
All right. Healing a chronic broken heart takes time. Exactly. That's the awareness that he has right now, though. So pat on the back to your divine masculine who gets that, and doesn't rush in. Because if he's not rushing in and he still has healing to do, so do you. The divine masculine energy within you does also. So he's doing you a favor by giving you the space to be able to heal that for yourself. Thank you for that. All right. The divine is rejoicing with us. Oh, God love you, Mary Grace. Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel that like in this energy. I feel that in this chat. I feel a lot of so there's yellow and there's red energy in here right now. There's red energy from people who have not quite moved through the purge just yet and have not integrated these new light codes and are sitting in the middle of the storm. That red energy is being supported by the light, this sun light that everybody is holding you in right now. It's helping. All right, I'm gonna scroll back up. If there is a moderator that can just let me know like the order of all of these. Beverly, you're up, girl. God love Beverly. Beverly's done a session with me. I think I did a private reading for her, a recorded one, and then a live session. And then she also did a healing session with Lloyd too. So Beverly is near and dear to our hearts. We have been in her energy intimately.
Love Beverly. Love Beverly.
Okay. Beverly, do you have a question or do you just want me to pull for you? Tell me just to pull for you. Just tell me that. Because a good card just came out. For whoever has donated for card pulls, if you have a specific question, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just pull a card for you. So I have Beverly, I have Lois, I have Maggie, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley, for the tip. Snow White, thank you. Sienna, I see you. Thank you for the donation. Danny, thank you very much. Let me know if you guys have questions too that are going along with this. If I've said your name, if you guys did a donation, just post your questions up there. Elizabeth, I don't know if maybe you'll be able to keep track of those questions for me and let me know who's up. All right. So Beverly, you're first.
She said, just pull.
Okay. It's interesting to me too that there's no music on tonight. It's really quiet in here. It didn't have me put on any station. It's almost like listening to the silence in order to feel, that's funny, to feel the healing in the space. It's just, I just heard, can you feel the love tonight? All right, Beverly's energy. Oh, I love these cards. All right, so Beverly, I feel like this is about, oh, my ear's ringing really loud just all of a sudden on my masculine, on the masculine side. Really loud. I was just getting ready to say, I feel like this is about your divine connection. It may even be like a message from, I feel like it's a message from your divine masculine. I was just talking about listening, and he comes in on this side and he's like, squeeze, really loud with the Lover's card. I feel like this angel in the sky right now, the way that she's reaching towards this couple, to me, this feels like, it feels like masculine energy. It feels like he's like saying, look at this. Look at the way that they are holding each other. Look at just how close they are. They're so close to it. And it feels like his energy, because the King of Cups is next to it. It's almost like he's delivering this message. Look at the intensity on that face right there. He's like sitting in the emotion of this. And like I said, I feel like the energy that I channeled, the divine masculine energy that I channeled, it feels like his energy. Two of Pentacles. He's finding the balance within that. He's trying to figure out a way to balance the energy that flows from you, the healing that flows from you, the overwhelm that flows from you, figuring out how to balance that. And it's just off just a little bit. But it feels really close. It feels close to like knowing how to juggle it. The sea is still a little bit stormy in the back though. So he's still kind of getting waves of those emotions from before. That storm, it's really just kind of like, I feel like it's kind of dying down just a little bit. Awesome. And it's not ringing anymore. Can you pull one of yours too?
Okay.
I'll just look at it if you want, or if you get anything from it. The deck that he's using was mine, and I always associated it with divine masculine energy. Empress.
The Empress.
Yeah.
Along with the devil.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like like I was saying, the energy that's flowing back from the divine feminine, if it's energy that needs to be healed, it's like these waves that are still a little bit rocky are residual energies of clearing traumas and codependency and whatever the heart of the traumas were from your past that you were clearing. It feels like he can feel the energy of that. He's healing that too.
Yeah, it's the same for the masculine. I want to say he's learning to embrace his feminine energies, but at the same time he's having to let go a lot of his masculine templates, more society templates and that sort of thing, about distorted sexuality and these sort of things, to fully embrace his divine nature.
Yeah, yeah, and codependency from past relationships. All right, Lois, you're up next. Did she have a question? Or did she have a question? Maroon 5. I don't know if it's Maroon 5 that you like or not, but Echo, turn on Maroon 5 radio. I gotta make sure it's turned down too. All right, Lois. Let me know if you have a question. Thank you, Elizabeth, for letting me know the order. Beverly said, so I haven't cried all day until now, but these are sweet tears. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like you can feel divine masculine energy here. Like, raise your hand if you can feel your divine masculine energy through Lloyd's energy. You can feel like the pull of it. Just to pull for divine masculine. Yeah, okay. And I get a card for Lois and her divine masculine. Please remember, divine masculine is an energy, not necessarily a person. So focus in on the energy. There you go. There's the song is calling me. It's pulling me in, but it hasn't gotten to the point yet. Will you pull one of yours too? For Lois and her divine masculine. Lloyd. Are you
Sorry.
shuffling? Are you shuffling right now?
Shuffling right now. Yeah, I was in the zone
It's
then.
so hard to focus and not follow the chat. All right. 7 of Swords, which in this deck, 7 of Swords is usually about sometimes deception, sometimes not being completely honest. This guy's got like a smile on his face. It's almost like leaving that kind of deception behind, leaving the past behind, leaving what he knows about the pain of the past behind. But at this point, he's kind of holding on to what he knows. He's holding on really tight to his reality and not wanting to let go of the stability of 3D illusion just yet.
I want to say he's holding on to the concept of the old masculine, where it's competitive nature, that sort of thing in society, where it's one-upmanship. That's almost the swords that he's carrying with a smile on his face, because he did well at that, and letting go of that is quite difficult.
Yeah, I love the way you saw that. The 7 of Wands is it's really fighting against letting go of that 3D reality. It's really hard to do that, and it's very unstable feeling. It feels like he might be an earth sign, and so his groundedness resides in his earth element. He's kind of fighting back against the passion and against the movement that he can feel is like it's kind of pushing. It's not pulling him and he's not being drawn with it. It's like he's being pushed and he's kind of fighting against that. And it's surrounding Empress energy. It's surrounding emotional energy. He does not want to lean into emotional energy. It's really hard for him. It feels very unsteady. He's kind of fighting back against that. You feel that in that?
Yeah, definitely feel the same.
All right. Who's next? Yes, if you are just joining us or if you missed the very beginning, I'm doing some card pulls for people. If we have, I don't know how many we have right now, but I was just going to stop at 10 until I caught up and then we'll go from there. This one just jumped out again. As I was talking about readings, I'm going to hold on to that one for just a second. If you want to do a reading, a little mini reading, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards. Just make sure that you click on the super chat button, and the donation tonight for it is 10, 10, fucking 10. Who's next? Maggie. Maggie, do you have a question? Lois, he's working through it though, okay? He's just not quite ready to lean into it yet. He's not ready yet. Not ready to take that step just yet. So Maggie said she feels the DM energy totally. Lloyd has voiced so much I feel to be the divine truth. Thank you. I agree. Like in his voice too. There's something in your voice. It's like activating.
Yeah, so my surrender has helped me, to embody it, I suppose, like I say. And it's out there for every DM if he's willing to open himself up enough.
Yeah. You pull a card for Maggie.
Pull a card for Maggie?
Maggie,
okay.
Maggie and her DM. This is going to be the best day of my life. That's the song that's on. 10 of Wands. Feels like that purge energy. Getting through this last bit of laying these burdens down, the burdens of past karma. You're like right in the thick of actually laying it down. It's like Kairos time, where it's time outside of time, and you're in the process of laying this burden down to step to the next level. You and your divine masculine are getting ready to step into the next level for your connection.
For the masculine side, I pulled the 9, so he's just behind you. That's what he's saying. He's just behind you. You're at the 10, he's at the 9, and as he comes to meet you, we have the Ace of Swords.
Truth.
So it's his truth.
Coming into his truth, right? So if we hold that 9 of Wands up again, he's watching. He's watching. He's come very far. He's done a lot of work. There's been a lot of movement recently. And now he's just standing there. He's taking a rest and he's kind of watching. It may be that he's actually watching you, that he's scoping you out on social media if you guys are not in communication, or he's sitting back and really watching. It looks like he's admiring, watching how you're doing this, taking notes about your healing journey. Look at what she did to get to that point. Look at how she has integrated and allowed herself to sit in the feelings of these purges in order to be able to let go of the past and move forward. He's taking notes on that to get to the 4 of Wands, to understand a stable foundation.
You feminine, you don't realize you are our greatest teacher. We before we started this journey, we didn't even know how to process emotions until we started to connect with other light workers, divine feminines, and to learn our truth through you. I mean, my journey, I started very much in the feminine energies before I was able to integrate my masculine, and that was so I could understand the feminine side and come from a deeper level of feeling and resonate with the feminine.
Love that. All right. 4 of Wands feels like kind of connection, reunion energy. There's definitely connection and celebration energy in here, and it feels like having laid down these wands, it's almost like he's taking this bundle to be able to separate it and set up shop and set up those 4 wands as that foundation. He's taken what he's learned, and I say this was for the divine feminine, but it feels like masculine energy. That's when he gets to that point. That's nice. All right, who's next? Got that sunshine in my pocket and that good soul in my feet. It's grounding. It's a very grounded place to integrate joy and happiness. All right, Ashley Bell, this one's for you, girl. Okay, I'm just gonna do a pull for divine masculine in her. Imagine Temperance. Do you have cards out already?
Yeah, one jumped out for me early.
Woo!
You're looking at. There goes another one.
Yeah, what do you have?
The Lovers. And the 6 of Pentacles.
Wow. All right, so I feel like I have divine feminine energy over here. So Ashley, it feels like this is your energy. Temperance, having patience, sitting in it, allowing things to mix. You're anticipating. You can definitely feel the energy of that from the divine masculine, those cards that he just had out. The Lover's card and the 6 of Pentacles, it's finding some sort of balance and even give and take in exchange of that kind of divine energy. He's learning how to balance that and how to give and receive.
It's mastering his manifestation skills to bring in to bring this to union.
Right. They want you to have patience while that develops and not be defensive about what is not here just yet. That he hasn't quite gotten to that point, because that's what's happening within his energy, but he hasn't quite figured it out yet. He's trying to understand how to receive and how to integrate those emotions before he's able to give you all of himself. You got to have some patience. I feel like it's coming. This rainbow in the back really stands out to me. But it is being, there's alchemy to it, and the right mixture is very important. You have to get the right mixture. Otherwise it gets back into that storm energy again. So make space, just hold space. They're telling me don't argue against what's not there right now. Hold space for your divine masculine energy. If you are fighting back against energy that doesn't feel like divine masculine energy, it may not be divine masculine energy. That whoever it is that you're thinking about may not be your divine masculine, but your divine masculine, the one that you were connected with within your divine counterpart, is in that energy in those cards that Lloyd pulled. So if it's not being reflected to you, don't be defensive about the fact that this person is not exhibiting those things. It may not be that person. That's something that you have to understand and figure out. It's not easy for people to hear that, but lean into it. Lean into it. What is it telling you? It's telling you that your divine masculine is out there. His energy is in calling in the counterpart energy and finding a balance. He's wanting to have the balance of that give and receive. He wants to give that energy. But if you are defensive about it's got to be this person, you're not going to receive it from your genuine, your pure divine masculine energy. It's there. All right. Snow White, Snow White. My heart's a stereo. It beats for you, so listen close. You hear my thoughts in every note. Make me your radio. It's tapping into the energy. Listen to the energy of your divine masculine, not your 3D existence. Listen to the energy of your divine masculine. It's speaking to you and he wants to come to you.
Into it in meditation, like I say, from a heart space, just your heart space, just feeling into it. It's that knowing, like I say, that's how you draw him in. That's your magnetism.
Loveline, if you want to be a moderator, I can add you right now. That's fine. You guys, you understand the space in here. You guys are always here. And so if there is a certain energy that we hold in this space, the energy of light and support and healing, and if something is going against that, feel free to send someone out with love. And we are reflecting back to you the light that is within you as we put those boundaries up for yourself. I'm going to love you unconditionally and compassionately by having boundaries for the space that we provide to people who are here for healing. That is me showing you compassion by having compassion for myself and creating boundaries. So if we need to create boundaries in this space, feel free. If it's not respectful in the chat, then just remove them from the chat. All right. Snow White, Snow White. God love ya. I'm sending a lot of light to whoever it is that you guys are talking about. And, you know, that's how we roll in here, whether you like it or not. Oh, all right. This is a strong, you have a strong energy, Snow White. You have a strong, powerful, knowing, passionate, you know what you want.
That is your reflection of you.
Yeah. It's like overflowing with love and emotion, and it's knowing who you are. It really is knowing who you are. All this energy that we're talking about, those affirmations in the beginning, you're like, yeah, I love those things about myself. Yep. She's just sitting there like letting it come to her.
Oh goddess mode, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Yep. She's letting it come to her. It's like I'm talking to you about her. Snow White, this is about you. And this is the other card that came out. It was like this. She's sitting there just watching it come in, watching this messenger of love come in. This feels like water sign. The energy of this feels like the divine masculine energy, and it feels like a water sign. What do you have?
I had this one on the other side of yours, which I think is the masculine. Again, it's like he's watching you through his emotions across the water again. There's water there in the background. He sees you. He knows he's almost just watching again. He's in that place where he's trying to integrate his emotions. Sat in it again.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And he sees that ship. He sees the ship coming in. It's about manifesting that coming his way. He wants to feel the depth of those emotions within that water. He's waiting for that to come, to get to be a little bit closer and not so kind of far off, like, so that he can bring this into you. And it feels like your energy is very sturdy and confident, in knowing that I've done a lot of work. I have done the work to allow this to come in, and this is what I deserve. This is what I'm talking about, knowing your worth. And if you don't yet, if you don't resonate with that energy, this is what's surrounding you, and this is what's coming your way. Loving yourself is putting you in that energy. I love that. And it even looks like, you know, like the queen, obviously. Snow White, Snow White. All right, who's next? If you guys are donating for a card pull, the donation is $10. Thank you guys for the donations. Who's next? Oh, Beverly said, just like Prince Charming came to Snow White. That's right. She just laid there. She's like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm sleeping. All right, who's up next? Maggie? Maggie? Ooh, Maggie, calm down. All right, I'm not taking any reversals today either, so there's that. I'm not reading reversals with this new deck that I haven't totally gotten into yet. All right. Sienna, is it Sienna is after that? All right. But Maggie. Man. So we got Knight of Wands. And I just noticed that the Knight that we just had, the Knight of Cups, was running kind of parallel to the Divine Feminine. This one is charging right at justice and balance. And this feels like it feels like something with a court case, like some sort of legal justice, like a divorce or a separation, or it doesn't feel like coming into a marriage, like rushing forward into a marriage. It feels like diving headfirst and really creating movement when it comes to a divorce. What do you have?
I had Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. We have a family.
Yeah, so it could be divine masculine energy, or it could be your energy. I'm wondering if it could be either one. It could be both of you. It could be both of you are in other relationships, and so the energy is pushing towards that. It's like charge in, you know what's right, you know what you should be doing. If you need to make another decision, you know, this is like push forward. That's the message for you. The other one, the Nine of Pentacles, is about being single, I think. And will you hold those up for me again so I can see them?
Yeah.
There's so much value in the time that you spend, the downtime that you get when you're single. There's so much, there's the ability to find your value in having done that, and building up yourself, your light body, they tell me empire. What's the other one?
Yeah, what they're saying is basically you find yourself again being single. You don't realize when you're in a relationship that becomes unhealthy how much you sacrifice of yourself and how lost you can get in a long relationship. So it's about, yeah, finding the true essence of you again.
Yeah. True story. All right, there you go, Maggie. Who was next after Maggie? I know she told me. Thank you so much for the moderators in here too. If somebody else wants to be added as a moderator, let me know. And Elizabeth doesn't have to do all the work herself. That was Maggie, right? Yep.
Yeah.
I do watch these lives back too, and I read all of the comments that are in the chat. So I hate to miss it all as I'm going through and as I'm channeling. I can't focus on that. It's way too distracting for me, but I do go back and read them. So I just want you guys to know that. I don't know why I'm shuffling right now. I need to shuffle apparently. It's like, all right, let's clear this energy out real quick. Everybody take a deep breath. And then new song just come on right now. All right, Sienna, it's all up to you. Snow White said we communicate almost daily with music. Just finished my own Oracle card deck. Oh, she's gonna send me one. Yes, I will pull some cards on a live for you. I love doing like new decks and unboxings and stuff like that. So yeah, do that. Email me and I'll for sure. Thank you for that. I love that. All right, Sienna. Wow, your cards are like pew, pew, pew. I need to know. I need to know. Wow. All right. Wow. There's 4 cards here.
Wow. Lots to say.
Yeah. It's her energy is very wanting to know. Yes, I was just going to say intuitive and very like in her headspace and air sign and yeah.
Yep.
Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. So it's funny. You've got Queen of Swords over there, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. You're doing work in all the areas. It's like very saturated work in your air element and in your water element and in your fire sign. The one that you're missing here is Queen of Pentacles. It's the groundedness, the divine masculine energy, earth energy, grounded, secure, anchored, anchoring all of those queen energies into your reality is what you're searching for right now. That's what they're wanting you to kind of pull on right now.
And that's that masculine energy. At the moment, it's more emotional based. It's in the water. It's slightly young in its infancy, I want to say. So it has a cup that actually has something in it, but it's not grounded at the moment. It's very, like I say, it's in water. So it's an emotion.
The page is a young energy. It's not quite developed. It's eager, but there's a fish in the cup. I mean, it's a little bit tainted, not quite ready to be presented just yet.
It's like the goldfish he won at the fair, still a young boy. Yeah,
and what he's offering is not quite. It's not ready. It's not developed. He understands it. He gets it, but it's just not in the depths of his emotions yet. He hasn't anchored it either. But you are in Queen of Cups energy. You're looking towards this 10 of Cups, like, this is what I'm sitting here waiting for. That's what I want. I'm not settling for anything less. That's amazing. What's being presented is Page of Cups energy. You're not accepting that. Don't accept that. And if you're feeling something different, what was the other card that you had out?
So it's the Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords, right. It's like, it feels like a really biting kind of truth that's coming from the divine masculine energy. It's kind of like
sharp. It's a bit sharp.
Sharp a little bit when it delivers the message of that Page of Cups energy. It's kind of like, well, I don't know yet. I don't fucking know how I feel. It's like that energy. Because she's wanting it to come in. You're wanting it to come in. You're like, this is what I deserve and that's what I want. And so bring it. You need to bring it. This is what I see for myself, for my future, and I want you to bring it to me. And the Seven of Wands is very defensive against what is being presented to you. And it's just not developed just yet. Of course, you're going to be defensive against that Queen of Swords kind of energy, that biting kind of energy. But you need to lean into your Queen of Pentacles energy just a little bit and pull on the earth element and get yourself grounded. It feels like you definitely are an empath and are not maintaining energetic groundedness and shielding, and it's being reflected a little bit. All right. Oh, Maggie, thank you. She's donating in appreciation. Please don't do a third pull for me. I love you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Maggie.
All right, that was Sienna. Who's next after that? Thank you, Happy Twins 1111. I watched your live earlier and I have a lot to talk to you about, so maybe email me. God love you. Thank you for being here too. Sienna said, how do you do that? How do you do what? Do you see who's next? Salma, did I miss somebody? Yes, I did. Shauna. Okay, Shauna Hugo is next. If I'm wrong about that, let me know and I'll come back to whoever was next. I am wrong about that because you said you're number 12. Can you let me know? Oh, Danny Torres is next. I'm gonna put that back in real quick. Danny, you're up. Did Danny have a question? I feel like I saw Danny's question in there. Thank you, Elizabeth. Torres. The song that's on right now is True Colors. I see your true colors shining through. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Don't be afraid to step into your truth, into the idea of something new. Something new, something passionate, something different, some sort of different movement. And I just heard like a rainbow, and then Temperance comes out with this beautiful rainbow. A different mixture, a different chemistry. It feels like a different way forward. Could be a different person than what you're thinking it is right now. The masculine, feminine energy, whatever your counterpart is, it feels like you need to be looking in a different direction. What do you have?
So I have, Six of Wands, Justice. It's about balancing. It's almost sitting in what you got and where you're at now, sitting in that energy, balancing, really fine tuning what it is you want so that your DM can come forward to you. Your true DM.
Yeah, it feels like in the thick of it, in the heart of everything, there is something going on. There's some kind of legal thing going on. It feels like there's some kind of karmic balancing going on within that energy. And the Knight of Wands energy is moving that way. The victory energy is moving that way. It's kind of like you're right there in the middle. It's time for you to choose. What do you want? Do you want something that is do you want something that is based in passion and rushing in and drive like the Knight of Wands? Or do you want something that is successful and sturdy like the Six of Wands? Is it something new for you, something that you're not seeing? It's a new kind of alchemy. Have some patience with yourself as you get the messages in about what the truth of that is. I think that's important to examine. Okay, who's next? I think we're gonna probably call the kibosh on any more readings. I don't know how many more I have after this, but who's next? How do you bring in earth energy? Can you answer that real quick? Sienna's asking how to bring in earth energy because I told her with the Queen of Pentacles.
Okay, as a healer, I connect with the earth by, I actually see her as a person, Mother Gaia as a person with a big pregnant tummy. That's how she shows herself to me when I'm in meditation. I connect with the earth either by just simple grounding, almost put an energy cord down into the center of the earth and almost entwine it around it. So I'm anchored that way. But also you have your belly button, they call it a hara. It's an extra chakra. Not a lot of people use that, but I almost do an energy umbilical cord, so you're connected and feeding each other. So you're giving your energies to Earth, and she's the divine Mother Earth, and she can feed you that way, and that helps you to ground yourself.
Thank you. Very good tips. Donna, I think she has you listed as number 12. So SO2, what's your name? I can't see you on there. I know the pictures on there are really small too. I can't see who it is. SO2, who is that? So I can use your name. All right, thank you, Loveline. Really like the energy in here right now. Suzanne, oh! Hi, Suzanne. I've done sessions for Suzanne. Thank you for being here. Wow. All right. 2 aces. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. What do you have over there? Whoa, an Ace of Wands there too? Oh gosh. Did I just have that reaction?
Mm-hmm. You did, yeah. Look at them aces.
Ace of Swords. This is the truth bringer right here. This is a truth bringer. You see that bird right there? That's a hawk bringing you some truth. Ace of Wands. They're ace, solitary. The truth is there is, it's ace on the other side over there too. It's like there are karmic endings happening. There's something very karmic that is happening in order to bring you to, it's like the gavel. It's like the Gandalf sword or something like that. I don't know why I saw that.
Putting it into the ground, like you're saying. That's it. Like, yeah.
That's it. It's time. That's it.
That will open up the wheel.
Yeah.
New cycle.
The one on your side is fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Fiercely closing out a karmic cycle, divine masculine energy. Understanding and coming to peace with that kind of energy, because look at how much more peaceful the energy of that is. That one is laying down the law and just saying, like, this is the end of it. And this one is finding peace with that and understanding that it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. There's this peaceful butterfly.
It's served its purpose. You've learned your lessons, and it's
yeah, it feels like your connection has served its purpose. It feels like this is the karmic completion for you. That's the truth from your hawk sister. My availability is opened if you would like to have a session with me too. For anybody that wants to do a private session, go to my website in the box below, hawkintuition.com, and set up a session or a healing session, and or go to Lloyd's site and set up something with him. Also, lightsideenergyhealing.com. Okay, who is next? Salma. Thank you, Elizabeth. You are on it.
She is doing an amazing job. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth, email me after this when we're done.
We'll get some healing for you if you'd like.
Soma. Ace of Cups. This is a really beautiful card too. I'm loving this tarot. Didn't have to cut me off. I just heard on the song. You guys can't hear the music, right? Treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. What card do you have over there?
So 5 of Swords and 10 of Swords.
Yeah. What does that tell you?
I'd say he's been the DM's been battling. He's been in the battle, and he's trying to lay down his swords because he's tired. He's had enough and surrendering.
Yeah. It says, I used to know. I used to know. That's what the song said. I used to know. It's like he used to know who he was. I used to know.
He's got lost in the battles.
Yeah.
He lost himself at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And on your side of it is the Ace of Cups, this overflowing, new kind of love. And it's the Ace of Cups. So it feels like that self-love and self-compassion that we're talking about for ourselves. It's learning about that, creating that, understanding that that is being developed from this journey and from learning about the energy of the divine masculine and how it, like we talked about in the general read in the beginning, if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. The message to the divine feminine from the divine masculine was, it's not about her, it's about his healing and his karma and his past and his pain and his damage, and sitting in it in order to really process. Like the 10 of Swords is a really heavy ending for him. Focusing on you, focus on you and how to love yourself and how to have compassion and put boundaries up for yourself and create a new way of being, create a new world for yourself. There's a Lion King song on right now. I think it's time that you and I arranged a heart to heart. That's what that said. Kings don't need advice. It's like you're wanting to have communication from him and have closure or have some kind of explanation or whatever it is in order to be able to start over or to come to that place of love for yourself. But that he's in that place right now. So I don't feel that happening right now. It's really focusing on you and figuring out what your journey looks like. What is your story? Rewriting your story, creating your story and your reality and manifesting that for yourself. Yes. Outside of that energy that he's processing, it's about you.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you for your question. Just to sort of describe my Atlantean healing, it works on energetic level, physical level, but also on past lives and timelines, healing karma from past lives. It helps to remove repeated karmic cycles and patterns. I'm able to dig into past lives and almost go to the first point. You may have started a karmic cycle and clear that through a number of lifetimes to release you. Just to open you up to more light, really, and release you from these karmic patterns that keep you stuck in certain characteristics and traits that limit you. Basically, before I did Atlantean healing, being live like this would have been my worst fear. I hated speaking up in front of people, things like that. And I found I'd had a lot of lives in slavery and that sort of thing, where when I did speak up or speak in front of people, I would have been punished and persecuted for it. So that was part of my fear. As I worked on these karmic patterns, now I'm doing talks in front of whole rooms full of people and that sort of thing, and I have no issue with it at all. So it can really release you to step into service mission and that sort of thing. It's fabulous. The energies are fabulous anyway. So
very high level. Yeah.
a massive turning point from on my healing journey. It sort of catapults you forward into a deeper understanding of timelines, energetic cords, and the multi-dimensional nature of it all. So profound stuff, really.
Yeah. Thank you. You're amazing. All right, Connie. Connie is up next. Oh, I love that. That's too many cards. I guess the Gaia Oracle deck is just going to sit there. I'm loving this tarot exchange right now.
We'll pull one at the end for the earthing. People were asking about how best to connect.
Yeah.
If we get a message for that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll do that. For your input, Divine Masculine. All right, we're just pulling one for Connie and her DM. These cards are kind of slipping and sliding all over the place. It feels a little bit wishy-washy. Ooh, it's good energy though.
It is good energy. Fluttery though. There's a flutter there. It's like a butterfly energy. That's how I describe it.
Yeah. Maybe the wishy-washy is like flowy. It's kind of like back and forth kind of. See how you want to sway with me? Yeah. The world card. This is a really beautiful world card too.
Look at that green man, yeah.
Yeah. And that's listening to the song right now.
Lion, yeah, there's a lion in both. So I got a strength card.
Yeah, yeah, there really is a lot of strength, drawing on the strength. So up here this is the Fool. In this deck, this is the Fool, and it looks different than the actual Fool card. He's more mature. He's gone through the entire Fool's journey. This is him at the end of his journey, at the completion of his journey. And these are all the things that he's learned. This is all the knowledge and all the tools for healing that he has acquired along his journey. And look at how big and bold this earth element is right there in the center. It's a very kind of grounded heart space after this journey.
And it's the journey is where the strengths come from. To stand in your truth, it's been the journey. It's always in the journey. That's the most benefit is from the journey, not the destination. Because when you reach the destination, you just start another journey, and that's the nature of life. So it's almost you've learned so much in such a grounded way. You've grounded it down into the earth now, and it's your strength. It's your platform now. It's your launching point. Now you're really standing in your truth.
Yeah. So this is the end of the Fool's journey, but there is no real end of the journey because you just go back to the beginning of it again and it cycles through like that. So the truth of that is that there is no end to the journey. Draw on your strength that you've gained through all of this knowledge within your journey in order to carry that with you through to this next phase of the journey, which here is... And the song that's on right now is, they said, we found love right where we are. We found love right where we are. It's like someone, the energy of this person is right in your vicinity. It almost feels like it feels like our situation where we found love right where we are. It was right there in front of our faces and we didn't know it because we were distracted this way. I didn't realize that I had the strength to move past the hold that I had on the person that I thought that it was. And it ends up that divine masculine energy, the truth of that was right where I am. I found it right in front of my face. And it kind of feels like that, like using the knowledge of that, because it's coming your way. It's coming your way. And the reason I feel like it's part of this kind of collective resonance within our soul groups and our timeline is because of this one. Look at the way that they're celebrating karmic completion. 10 it's a fucking 10. Every one of us has got our arms raised like it's a fucking 10. Yes, drawing on that energy and helping. We're all holding hands. It's like a coven. We're all holding hands in a circle, binding ourselves together in order to help you bust through to the next phase, to again to the full and jumping off of the cliff and taking a leap of faith that this is the beginning of a new part of the journey. And it's going to look way different than it did before for you, but you got something coming in real quick. There is some sort of truth coming into you really quickly. And it's happening here at this end stage to go into the next phase. It feels like some sort of message is coming to you. There's a truth coming to you. And we're all celebrating it. We're helping you to celebrate the fact that it might be scary. You may be letting go of someone from your past, but there's no need for that to trigger you. There's no need to be sad about that, because what's in front of you should be celebrated. It's amazing. It's not something to trigger you. It's something to launch you. And it's beautiful. And she will be loved. She will be loved. Seriously, the love that's coming in for you is beautiful and bold. And who is that for? That was really great. That was a really great read right there. See how good you are at this.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm surprising myself. I'm in a flow. I'm being helped, so that's all I can say. They're good at that.
You're good at that. This is where you take those compliments, like we said. Remember? Yes, I am.
Thank you. I am. I'm very good at that.
I'm fucking epic.
I'm better than I realize.
All right. Kathleen is up next. You're welcome, Connie. I don't mind spending every day out on your corner, out in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with the broken smile. All right, what do you have?
I haven't pulled yet. Sorry, they haven't jumped yet.
Okay. Kathleen.
It's the one.
Okay. She will be loved. This one is for you. She will be loved. It's this one again, but it's a little bit heavier. It's coming from a heavier place. Like the truths that I was just talking about, the truths are like sitting right here. There's people that you're choosing between. You are feeling the truth in your heart. Swords are about information and about messages and information again. And it's compiling all the information, putting the information together and figuring out what resonates with you. And it's going to affect you, and you're allowing it to, but all of the illusions are the veil is being lifted from the illusions in your life. There's some sort of truth that you're sitting on right now. And so we look at this as illusion and also options, choices. You get to choose in your life, and you get to choose that this was my story and now this is my story. And it's hard.
It's hard. So so I'm sort of getting it. You're sitting at a point where you need to reassess and sort of embody, move forward from the page. You're still a young energy. Realize the depth of your manifestations and how you are the creator of your reality as such, and really step into that and embody it.
Yeah. That's funny because you just read divine feminine energy and I was feeling divine masculine energy from that also. So the message in the divine masculine side of that is it's new, it's exciting. It's like this, something has been sparked, and it's like he has just the sun has just come up past the horizon. It's like all of a sudden everything is lit and beautiful. Someone, the divine masculine energy in your life has come into the awareness, either awakening or has opened his eyes to you. It feels like this is third party energy. It feels like it's either third party or it's just there's someone else in the equation. It's either you are trying to decide between two people, who is my divine masculine, I don't know who it is, or it's been presented to you in that way. But the divine masculine that you're connected to has that energy, and it's very exciting and new and passionate, and there's drive in there, and he's like, ooh, that's magnetic. Where are we going with this? So look into whatever those options are for you, and choose.
That's it.
Pandora, this is for we're doing individual mini reads. So it depends on what you resonate with. So just because the messages are for the people who donated for them, it can resonate with a lot of people. A lot of people are on the same timeline. So if you're feeling like, oh, that sounds like my story, or that feels like it could have been a message for me, is this for me or everybody? It may be for you also. It's just what the energy is telling you. And that unity, the collective energy, it flows back and forth and in and out. And so somebody could have just paid for your reading. So pay attention to all of them. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Shauna, it's for you. Shauna, I feel like I saw a question in there that you had a question. I remember it going through there. Thank you, Patricia. She said that reading was amazing. Thank you. Thank you for answering the questions in here too, to the moderators. Leveling, you're doing awesome. I'm not gonna, it says, are you no longer taking new readings? On the chat, I think we're gonna kind of cut it off to make sure that I can catch up with everybody, because there's a couple more after this, but I do still have spaces for private readings on my website, if that's what you're referring to too. I do have a couple of recorded readings that I have space for, but I opened up my availability for the next couple of weeks for the live sessions too. So, and they're super powerful, and there's so much happening. Anna. Shauna had 3 donations, but 1 question. Thank you, Shauna. Do you have any cards pull out yet? Gypsy Soul Caravan, hi.
So Shauna's saying she thought she knew who her twin was, then met someone this weekend, and now she's confused. So she's...
All right. All right. All right. I don't ever say, this is your divine masculine. This person is, this person isn't. If it comes out and it's clear, that's what's going to come out. And I'll just say whatever they tell me. But I don't like to go into it and say, okay, I can tell you whether it is or it isn't. The energies are, there's so many variables to it, and there's such depth to the purity of that connection that really only you can know. But if you're having doubts, lean into the doubt. Don't be afraid of the doubt. Use it as a powerful tool to tell you things. Figure out where that doubt is coming from, and lean into it, because you could have the answer already. And it's okay to not know. That's what they're telling me also. I just got an email the other day from the Daily Ohm with all of those articles that they sent out. It's the power of also not knowing. We really need to know definitely one way or the other, because there's so much more to learn in the meantime. If we say, yes, it is right now, then we're manifesting something around us based on information that's only half information, really. Is he my twin, my divine masculine? I mean, even just the option that it could be someone else could launch you into something else. So just lean in. All right, but we are pulling cards on that right now, Shauna, so you hang in there. What do you have?
For the masculine side, I have the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So I want to say the masculine, whoever that is for you, is he's setting sail for new shores. He's done with his swords. They're all put away, they're put down, and he's realizing his ability for manifesting, creating his own life and filling his own cup. So it's almost like he's going to spend a bit of time on his own, finding himself, and yeah, really taking control of his reality, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it feels like that energy. It's been a little bit tumultuous between you guys, and it's like he's moving to calmer waters. And the Nine of Pentacles feels like single, and kind of in order to get to a balanced energy, sitting in being single and moving towards calmer waters. It's kind of like moving out of the realm of that.
Even a storm behind as such.
Yeah, yeah. Now this energy here is this is victory. Six of Wands is victory, and he's looking on at Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is really fast and from the message of that. It's almost like in order to feel you're chasing after the truth, like we were just kind of talking about. In order to feel like I have a goal, or I'm going to be victorious on this journey, I need to know I'm chasing information. And it's getting away from you. It's running very, very fast in that direction. It's like the universe is planting things for you in order for you to explore, not for you to know and have definition of it, because that's not
The faith is letting go for faith in order to explore properly, fully explore your environment.
Yeah.
Realize your potential, like you say.
Yeah. You don't always have to know what the outcome is going to be in order to feel successful on this journey. Every single little step that we take and every piece of our healing is a success. So we celebrate that, and then we move on to the next one, even if we don't know what's going to happen next or know the truth of who our person is.
That's the adventure.
Yeah, that's the adventure. It does feel like the person who you thought was your twin is the energy that he was talking at, and it feels like he's kind of moving out of your field. So whatever you want to take, whatever you want to resonate with out of that, it feels like he's kind of moving out of your field. But it's okay to not know. All right. Welcome, Shauna. And thank you for the donations too. All right, who is next? I love this. I love watching you pull cards.
I like watching you pull cards. I don't even know I'm doing it while I'm watching you, so it makes it easier to get the messages. Good teacher I have.
Thank you.
So if anyone of you thinking of, like you say, taking up tarot or anything like that, Karen is amazing. So, if you go to her website, you're able to, she'll give you some tips and stuff like that during one of her sessions.
I've been thinking about kind of developing that as like a service to start teaching people how to connect in with the intuitive side of reading cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, whatever it is. If you're interested in learning in that way and having like sessions, I was thinking about maybe doing webinars or private sessions or whatever. Let me
How
know.
long has it been since I've only been pulling cards 10 days and I'm doing a live, so that's how good she is. So
that's not all on me, but yes, yeah, we've been working on it. Yeah, you're very intuitive, so it helps. But you know, the people who are, this is a divination tool. I don't always need the cards. It's just a tool to be able to pull in those messages and to ignite images from your clairvoyance or your clairaudience or whatever it is, and connect the pieces. When you're developing that intuitive sight, these help you to have a visual reference, and it's an amazing way to draw out your abilities as a divine being. They apply to many different areas in your life, not just reading cards for people. So it's really exciting for me to see people step into their light worker abilities by reading cards. It's so fun. All right, Ann Eschels. Card pulled for her and her divine masculine. Thank you, Love Elaine.
Ashley, enjoy. Reiki's amazing. You're going to love it. And yeah, learning tarot is another brilliant tool. So lean into it, girl.
Maggie said, Karen, yes, please. Good. Okay. I'm going to figure it out. It's very exciting for me. The last couple of days, we've just been like sitting like this video chatting and he's pulling cards and I'm like, okay, what are you seeing in that? And what are you getting from it? And he's so open to it. And it's, he's gotten so good at it. I love it. All right. All right, Maggie. Yeah. See what I can do about that. Email me just in case I don't do, if it's not a group thing, email me and I'll keep you updated. We may have just forged a new connection between Loveline and Elizabeth Acosta. They're going to start charging for their services.
So,
That's fine. Email me, both of you.
yeah.
All right. Anne is up. For Anne, please. Can I have another one, please? Thank you. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Ooh, love these cards. I love them. You only know you're high when you're feeling low. You only know you love her when you let her go. It's the learning process. It really is sitting in those feelings, sitting in the middle of whatever the emotions are. And I love this saying, wherever you are, be all there. And I just, like, I actually saw the words scrolled out. This was Five of Swords in the middle. The Five of Swords is, it's normally that battle energy and kind of coming out of, kind of an intense period of time. This one is way different. The energy in this feels very different. And there's like fairies all around it. And it's got a point, it's all coming down to all of this information that you've received along the journey, whether it's biting or it's, stabbing you, this intuitive growth. There has been a ton of intuitive growth on this journey by striving for, fulfillment, and the goal is this united force, union within yourself, and having that vision for yourself has really led you to it's like what I was talking about, the development of you as a it feels like light worker energy, actually, especially with those fairies in there.
It's like a convergence of all your battles have taught you so many different things. It's sort of a convergence point to push you forward into.
That's solid. That King of Pentacles is solid.
Solid in its work and what it's got. A real solid foundation you've formed there as a powerful light work, I want to say, and it's time standing your truth now.
Yeah.
Show the world who you are, start shining.
Yeah. That divine masculine energy is really understanding his truth. He really understands his value and the truth of this journey. It definitely feels very spiritual too. He feels like a spiritual person, like you said, like a light worker or something.
Well, a reflection of the energies you had there. It's almost that you're both light workers. You've got a strong mission together. When you come together, you're going to stand in your truth and help shine light on everyone.
Yeah, look at the way that the lightning bolts come down like that.
So, divine connection there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And it's come from just this major convergence here in the, I don't know what that is in the center. Is that a moth?
It's a dragonfly. It's a dragonfly.
I don't know about it.
A stumpy dragonfly. That's what it looks like.
Stumpy. Look up the metaphysical properties of the symbolism of a stumpy dragonfly.
A stumpy dragonfly, but it's the elemental. Yeah, like you say, it's the element. It's almost converging. There's a child nature to it, so there's something about maybe there's some inner child stuff that you've peeled, and it's brought you to this convergent point, I would say.
Yeah.
The fairy energies and things like that are when we're able to connect to our inner child and get over woundings, we're allowed to be able to call that back in and experience these energies a lot more.
Yeah, this feels like Merlin energy here too. This hermit feels like Merlin, feels like magic. It feels like this, you're searching within yourself. This journey has been about finding, it's like you're an alchemist. I feel like you're an alchemist. The divine masculine is an alchemist in your connection. And if you need more help with that, if you need to figure that out or develop it or get more information about it, it feels like it's really guiding you to step into that, really, really lean into your abilities. And if you're not already actively a light worker, I offer a session that is about your mission, your life purpose and your mission. It feels like you're being called to that right now. Merlin is like, hello, shining the light on it right now. That was fun.
No mistake. I got my Merlin here.
Oh yeah, what is that? It's Merlinite?
That's right. That's how we came
called, though? It's called indigo gabbro or something like that. The stone. It's called indigo gabbro. You may be able. There may be something in the medical
Spit it out.
Metaphysical properties of that stone for you, Anne. Okay. Who is next? Vera. I wanted to do that. Get off, Vera. Vera, I'm just gonna pull on you and your divine masculine if that's what you're telling me to shuffle. I need to shuffle these real quick for some reason. Snow White said, I'll never work a normal job again. Yeah, me neither. I'm just like, is this really my life?
What is normal anymore anyway?
Right. You know what? This is our normal.
Rid of all that nonsense.
The new normal.
Yeah. The new normal is abnormal, just like myself.
What about you? Come and now follow my lead. There are other people in here right now who are being drawn to the not normal life also. Pursuing a spiritual career, being a light worker, being a healer. They want you to lean in. Yeah, we can help you do that. I'm in love with your body. That's what it said. Where'd that come from? All right, Vera. Cool for her and her divine masculine also. I gotta say, I love the energy in here. Did I already say that several times?
Yes.
Major rainbow light, really light energy in here. Feels good. Feels really good. It feels a lot lighter than the solar plexus energy. It's like we've worked through it. We're like eking it out. How much time are we at right now?
Couple of hours now.
Ha! Oh my God, we're at 2 hours. Okay, yeah, we're almost done here. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us too. It doesn't feel like 2 hours, really. How's your energy right now after like reading and like tapping into all of these energies?
I'm being lifted up. I go all night, I reckon. Okay, so for the masculine side, we've got the Knight of Cups and the World. This Knight of Cups looks like it's coming forward. I want to say an emotional offer, but very stable, and deep emotion. He's in the ocean. Look, you can't see any land at all.
The ocean.
The ocean, yeah, exactly. And it could be that he's going to offer you the world. That's what I want to say with that. It's a real moving forward from that deeper heart space that I was talking about, myself integrating from new depths. Amazing cards.
Hierophant, Four of Wands. Hierophant is a spiritual marriage. It's like you guys are coming into a spiritual union. the connection with you and your divine masculine. The world card is so it's can be about karmic completion. It's almost like you guys have come through a karmic healing that is enabling you to access the next dimension. Can you hold that world card up again?
Of course we can. I always hold the world up for you. Sorry.
Oh God, that's got me right here. It's like multi-dimensional. It's like she's accessing a new dimension now. You guys have stepped into a new realm of spiritual union, and it really feels like it's coming to fruition between you guys. The keys that are here. God, look at the way that these people are fired up too. They are in the middle of like a serious celebration and dance. And it's like a ritual almost. It's almost like a spiritual ritual, a spiritual marriage. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely. Look at him. He's like, yep, yep. Yes, it's like this. It really is mirroring this mine and Lloyd's energy. Seriously. It's beautiful. If you had any doubt. Who was that one for? Right as your fire thing chirped. I read Love Elaine saying, change that damn thing. He can't. It's like welded shutters.
I'm moving house soon, so yeah, it'll be gone, thankfully.
I know has been so I don't even notice it anymore after all this.
I won't be able to sleep without that now. My,
yeah, you will.
Tune.
Yeah. Who was that one for? Do you guys? That was not for you, Gypsy. That was. I'm sorry. I total blank on that one. Really? Are they still in here? Oh, it was Vera. Vera.
Vera was before that, wasn't it? That was Gypsy. I don't think
so. I think that was Vera, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm getting lost now. The energy's so good. We're getting all woo.
That was a really good one. That was Vera. Yeah, that was Vera. Gypsy's up next. Okay. She said it's like a love fest in here.
44 watchers right now.
44?
Yeah.
44 is such a good number. It's an Atlantean number. So that's what the energy is in here. That love fest that you're talking about, that is Atlantean energy. That's the power and purity of the connections that came from Atlantis, the magic of that, the unconditional love magic from Atlantis. We were there. We were there. All right, Gypsy. And there's one more after that. Lloyd, you are saving people's lives right now. The beeping reminded Beverly to change the batteries in her smoke detector. So you're welcome for the annoying beeping.
Mine is mains powered, so why it beeps, I don't know. Just likes to.
All right, so Gypsy. Two of Swords. It's kind of like, I just want to know once and for all. I just want to know the truth about this connection. I just want to know. That's what I'm getting. That's really what they're saying. And it's like her hand is out like this, like it's time for me to know the truth. I just, I need to know.
Mine. 2 knights. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. So this knight doesn't really look like he's moving. He's sort of sat there, and the energy's
like going like this,
going away. So different directions, I think. Yeah, someone's walking away from the battle.
Well, swords are about communication.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting most for the Knight of Swords. Like the ability to communicate is like fast moving like this way. And the Knight of Pentacles, the grounded, it's the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving in the deck. So, you know, maybe there's been some sharp communication because this person wants to move very slowly, wants to move slowly. And you're wanting to know, where is this going? What's happening with us? Are we headed in the direction of this? Are we a divine connection? And the masculine energy, the divine masculine, is in a place where it's like, I just, the only thing that he knows how to say is, I just want to take things slow. It just, that feels safe and comfortable for me. I just want to take it slow. That's how it feels successful and sustainable to him, is to take it slowly. And that is what he knows right now. That's what he knows, is stable and slow so that it can build. He knows that there's value in the slow build. So it's almost like drawing back on the sharpness of your sword, Queen of Swords, and infusing just a little bit of temperance energy into it. Feels like he's kind of got a bead on slowing things down a little bit. It's not being communicated in the best way, but it's like he knows things too. He knows things about why it needs to be slow and measured. All right, who is next? Look, Maggie loves the chirp. Thank you, Maggie. Phoebe from Friends destroyed her smoke detector for the unstoppable BP. I remember that one. Oh my God. That was awesome. You should do that.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. I feel like there was one more, right?
Yeah, I think there's one more left. Is that right? 16, is that?
I think so.
Is that Carrie Sheridan?
Rose.
Rose, okay. Thank you.
Why isn't there room on the door? Whoa, I just heard, why isn't there room on the door, Rose? Why don't you just scoot over and let him up onto the door?
Yeah, he's freezing out there.
He's freezing down there. Yeah, why is almost like he's a sacrifice or something. Scoot over, Rose. Everything is applicable, so that may be more evidenced in these cards. Seven of Pentacles. This guy. And by guy, I mean divine feminine energy. This is, I just mean the guy on the card. But this is feminine energy standing back, looking at the seeds that have been planted up until now, and kind of watching the way things have grown and are sustainable and will continue to build. In order to be able to reap the harvest of this and have it continue to bear more fruit over and over again, for it to continue to be successful, it feels like there needs to be some examination on, or that's where you are right now, is, do I walk away? Is there something that is no longer serving me that I need to walk away from? That is not filling me anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the Fool and the Four of Pentacles. It's almost, I want to say, the Fool, it's taking a leap of faith, whichever direction that is that you choose. You already, you've got your hands, already got a lot of things in place. You also have a key there to move forward, however that is you choose.
Is that divine feminine energy?
Possibly, yeah. That's what I was getting, sorry.
Yeah, let me think for a second, look at it. So the Four of Pentacles too, sometimes is holding on too tight. Holding on to reality, holding on to what he knows, because it's scary to take a leap of faith to step forward into that. But it also feels like, I see that rose in his hand too. And it's almost like he's offering something that she can hold on to. It's almost like he's holding out his hand to the Four of Pentacles to it looks like this energy holding on to the harvest that she has already pulled, like what she knows, and telling her it's okay to trust me a little bit. It's okay to trust me, because it's like I feel like it's kind of an offer. It's an offer to, I feel like I want to lean in. That's divine masculine energy feels like he wants to lean in, where you're at a part of your journey where you're looking at how far you've come, and is it time to fish or cut bait? She's really, she's not walking away. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about the depth of where she's going now. It just feels like a kind of feel like a turning point for you guys. Yeah. All right, I think that was it, right?
Was there one more? I'm not sure if somebody paid after we'd said who came in later. Can we just clarify that? Thank you.
Yeah. Somebody else. I know somebody was asking a question about the super chat and stuff.
I think it was Karen. No, Karen Sheridan.
Karen. Oh yeah, Karen Sheridan. She said she's waiting to hear. If you're wanting to, do you want to do one more?
I'll leave this one to you. I've all of a sudden had a.
Ha! You're getting an energy dump. Okay, I'll take one. You don't have to do any more of it if you don't want to, but I'll take one more, Karen, if you want to do the super chat and pick one out. Okay. I am pretty sure they let you know how to do the super chat back through, and I'm going to shuffle up this deck for the last of our cards, the Power of Surrender cards. More work to do. This is like homework, but it could just say surrender to the pure love of your divine masculine, because he's right there outside your door. Could be that. All right, while we wait for that super chat to come through, I'm going to pull one of these Power of Surrender cards. Thank you guys for hanging in with us this entire time. This was so fun for me, and I really loved connecting with you guys in this way. I feel like it's refilled my solar plexus and my tank, and I could feel the healing going on in here too. It's people are really wanting to understand their connections a little bit more and really dig into it. So if you guys want private readings and to dig into the guidance, it's hey Romeo. He's like, oh man, they're still going. Are you kidding me? There she is. Thank you, Karen. No cards were coming out of that one anyway. They're like, nope, you just need to wait for her. Thank you, Elizabeth, for announcing that. Karen is the last one. I'm so glad that we get to end on a Karen also. Everything is topsy-turvy, I heard. Everything's flipping around, and that feels like that's for you, Karen. It feels like everything is kind of topsy-turvy in your world right now. Yeah, Karen, do you have a question? Or do you want me to just pull? There's this stuff flipping out already. It's like really quiet right now. Other than that incessant beeping.
Loving the beats.
Any about love, any news on the divine masculine actually happening? Just to make sure that it's clear, because you had a question, I'm just gonna re-pull and ask that question. Any news on the connection with the divine masculine happening? In the 3D, I assume you mean.
Do you want me to still pull the cards for you to read this side?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you. I'm listening to the song. It says, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want anybody else but you. It's your energy. That's Karen energy. No, I don't want it to be anybody else but that divine masculine. Transitional energy. It's really the death of this slow moving energy. This connection has been moving very, very, very slowly, because creeping up behind it is this completion. But it's like you keep, this is your energy, like keep moving away from, it's like you're wanting to run away from big change and the death of the old to clear out space for the new. But you can't pick up any pace to really get far away from it and, you know, launch yourself into, yes, this is happening for us. The energy of change and transition and major transformation is really creeping up on you when it comes to this connection. What do you have over there?
Okay.
So it's oh man, the Knight of Cups is like an offer of love. This is an offer of love, the truth sitting right in the middle, the truth of knowing. It feels like is a message coming to you out of love, that this connection between the two of you feels really hard to balance. It feels like it's been so slow moving, and it's time for you to stop trying to balance it. It feels like it might be coming to a close, which doesn't need to be scary. It just means that there's something beautiful just beyond it once you lean in. That's really all I'm getting for it. It's really that simple. This is a message of love. It feels like that message of love is coming from that masculine energy that you were talking about. This is a loving way for me to just tell you the truth. I do care about you, but this connection is too hard to balance. That's what I'm getting. And if you want to dig more into that, go book a private reading, and we'll really tap into the energies of your guides and figure out what's next for you. All right, Power of Surrender cards, and then we're out of here. Thank you for that. Oh wait, I thought Lloyd had a bird.
Yeah, it's my budgie in the hallway.
Karen, I just want to remind you also that the ending of something that is dragging you down and hard to balance frees up space for the new to come in. It's a positive thing. The ending of karma, the clearing out of karma, that's what it could be between you guys, is really the clearing out of karma so that you can make space for real, true love to come in. Karen? This is for everybody though. Surrender to divine timing. Instead of trying to force something that is so hard to balance, leaning into the fact that it has been slow moving in order for the death card to catch up to you, because you can't control divine timing. The more you hold on to it and the more slow you try to develop in order for you to allow your divine masculine to catch up to you, the less you're holding off what could come in seriously fast divine timing. Surrender to it. Surrender to what the divine is presenting to you, and really, really make peace with that and lean in. Lean the fuck in. I'm gonna get that tattoo. I told him today I'm gonna get that tattoo. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So this is for everybody. That kind of feels like the overall vibe, she asked. Yeah, of course, it definitely is the overall vibe. And, you know, we've been talking too about sitting in the middle of this purge energy in order to clear up space for the divine timing of something that is going to fit so much better into the space that's been opened up. It's having patience in not knowing and just allowing it to, I heard fester, not fester, but alchemize in your realm.
2:22 right now.
222?
2:22,
Oh,
yeah.
it's late. You're up late, sir.
I guess certainly. Yeah.
Don't worry about him. He took a nap. Thank you, Brooke. Brooke, are you just joining us right now? And I love you too. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. The resonance, it's the resonance that they're talking about. Your inner knowing, your gut, your intuition, your body. They're talking about your chakra body, the alignment of your chakras. Listen to what they're telling you about a person, and get yourself into alignment with the divine to really know the truth. You know the truth. You can feel it. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. Sounds really simple. If it's hard to balance, it's draining, it's taking a long time. It's in divine timing because you need to develop all of that time, but lean into that and it won't need to take so much divine time. All right. Yes, Lloyd is on YouTube. He has, the channel is called Light Side Energy Healing. He's only put up a couple of videos up till now, but there will be more coming up for him too. He just did, so this may help some of you guys too that are struggling with this a little bit. He did a ceremony the other day. It was, what was the title of your video?
It was clearing karmic patterns, Ho'oponopono. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't know what a Ho'oponopono ritual is, it's a really powerful tool for clearing out karma, forgiving yourself, forgiving the past, forgiving the energy, releasing the energy of something from the past or something within yourself that you're having trouble with. He offers himself as the divine masculine energy in your realm that you may not get closure with. You may not be able to fully understand what happened or what didn't happen. Maybe they're not communicating with you. Maybe there just will never be any kind of way that you can sit in front of him and he can say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And so he did that in the video and I cried the whole time when I saw it. And it's very powerful, and it's a really, really powerful healing tool. He's channeling your divine masculine energy. He's channeling the distorted masculine energy that has been coming up for you your entire life so that you can heal from it without having a need to, in the 3D, be around that person. So it's really brave, and God love you.
Thank you.
Okay. Lloyd looks so happy. He's so cute, Karen. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to have some more videos coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We've got all of these things listed, some for my channel, some for his channel, some collaborations, and we'll be doing more lives too. If you guys have requests or if you guys have things that you want, topics that you want videos on, let me know. Give me an email or leave some comments here, and we're putting it all together. It's all about like what how we can guide you. And yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you to our moderators also for all of your help. It's been really amazing. And thank you to everyone who is supporting us through this journey.
Yeah, thank you guys for moderating. Like I say, drop us an email and we'll sort out a bit of healing, or yeah, we'll sort you out something. Thank you for your help.
Yep.
Okay, it's really late here. I would like to say I need my beauty sleep, but I don't. And thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.